All right, thank you. We're Kalki from Syracuse.
right now we have Kalki here in studio.
How's it going?
How are you guys?
Hey,
Excellent, excellent.
You make a lot of noise.
it's very late at night
Yeah.
It is.
to keep people awake.
Makes it noise.
So let's start with who you are and what you do in the band.
So I'm Craig. I sing and play guitar.
Delge, I play bass.
I'm Gabe. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Bill and I play drums.
All right. And you're from Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yep.
How long have you been a band?
Like 2 years.
Yeah, a little over 2 years
Yeah,
now,
we-
I'd
Oh,
say.
okay.
Delja's the fourth bass player, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it took a while to get, all set up. But me and Bill started jamming, and then we incorporated Gabe, and we jammed together for a long time. And then we finally got lucky and found Delj, and then solidified the thing.
Like a Spinal Tap situation, just bass players dying left
Put
and
that
right.
one kind of in between you guys.
In between us.
Yeah, there you go.
And Bill and I had songs that we worked on with another project.
Okay. All right.
Incorporated everybody into it.
So where'd the name come from?
Oh, Kalki is the name of a Gore Vidal book.
Oh.
We wanted something like crust-punky, basically. Kalki is the last avatar of Vishnu in the book.
And the
he brings
book's a real
about
good
the
read,
entire
too.
end of the world, basically. So we wanted something doomy like that, but we didn't want to really appropriate Hindu culture that much. So we
Right,
just
right.
kind of went with the name, but we didn't really use the artwork. Like
Oh, okay.
Like it's not like a white horse or anything, but we like the book.
All right.
Doomsday.
Okay. Nice. You definitely have an apocalyptic sound.
Thank you.
That's perfect.
Yeah, we'll take that.
We live in apocalyptic times, my friend.
That is true. But don't we always really?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So you have one demo out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's on Bandcamp. You can find it, Kalki315 Bandcamp.
Okay. And how long has this lineup been together?
Oh, a while now.
Yeah.
About a year.
Okay.
since I've
All
been-
right.
Yeah. Del J joined and was like ready to play shows in like a month. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's surprisingly hard to find a bass player.
Yeah.
Huh. A lot of bands don't have bass players nowadays.
Well, that's what it is,
We played
it's
the
just kind
One
of
Rock
fallen
show
out of
without
favor,
him.
I guess.
Nobody noticed. There was no bassist in any of the bands. I wasn't gonna not play with Wormrot, so.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
I was on vacation, so I
But
couldn't
they've
play.
played without me a few times, so.
Yeah.
Where did you play with Wormrot?
At the Spark in Syracuse.
Okay.
Thank you, Syracuse.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, have you played a lot of shows?
Mostly Syracuse.
Mostly Syracuse.
There's a spot called
We just
the
played
Sparks.
in Utica that was really fun. It was like an old basement show vibe.
Nice.
That was fun.
Nice.
Food processor getting chucked around full of beer.
Yeah.
It's the wholesome stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, props to Utica. That's fun.
Are you looking to get out further, or are you just?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down to play whenever we can,
Nice.
Yeah. What do we average like 1 or 2 shows a month? Some bad months. But.
Yeah. Well, if you're in a small area, you don't want to do more than that.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. We're all old and we work full time.
Yeah.
Family.
Right. So you've played with Wormrot. What other bigger bands have you played with?
That was probably the biggest
Well, that was
one. Yeah.
that was
We had that Sissy
played with
Spacek show a couple weeks ago. It was
Sissy
pretty awesome.
Spacek out of LA. We played with Violent Opposition, which is they're awesome out of Oakland.
I didn't play that show.
There's members of
I mean, we played with Escuela from Ithaca,
Right,
you know.
right.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Blame God from Utica.
Oh yeah, Blame God was tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was at the Utica show.
How does your songwriting come together?
Well, basically, either I'll bring some riffs to the table, and we'll work on that, or Gabe will bring something to the table. So really, just the both of us write, and then we kind of just put it all together.
We got used to the format, basically. I mean, we don't have time to jam anymore, which is sad but true.
Yeah, we
So,
played too much to really
definitely
jam.
the last few songs that I've written for the band were like, here, it's done. We'll just do it, which is a really weird feeling. So I'm like, they're either going to throw out the whole song or go with it. And
Nice.
luckily, these guys are really nice, and that has not happened. So.
Yeah, pretty much anything Gabe brings to the table, we're into.
I
So,
write all the lyrics.
And where do you get your lyrical inspiration from?
Every stupid thing that Donald Trump says every single day.
so there's a lot of inspiration.
It's really
So,
not hard.
so is that all your lyrics?
Most of them. The early songs have some political stuff involved, but after that, yeah, Starting with
It's
Make
very
Fascism
political.
Great Again,
Nice.
Embrace the Hate, Beephole Countries. He'll say one-liners that are just perfect. The most recent song is Asylum. And it's obviously about,
Right.
the asylum seekers being put in jail. So it's he makes it really easy. It's also very apocalyptic.
Good time to be angry.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Easy
fair
time
enough.
to be
Yeah, my
angry.
wife always says, and it's true, there was some awesome political punk bands during Bush's time, man.
Yeah, and Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That inspired a lot.
I wasn't really going to shows yet at that point.
No,
but
I was a little too young for that. But yeah, I would definitely loved bands like Nausea and stuff from that era.
I've noticed that generally speaking, when there's a conservative in power, music gets really angry real fast.
Real fast, yeah. Yep.
Well, it's because we're just like, no one's going to vote for us if we run for anything. Look at us, so we'll just do,
You just gotta
do what we
scream
can,
loud.
you know?
Be
You
loud.
never know. Look what we got going to the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
That's true.
Right.
What
We do got one about Reagan, though. The mythological fairy queen of welfare.
nice.
Reagan,
I saw that on your demo.
yeah. Reagan got the term the welfare queen from Reader's Digest, so we researched that and wrote a little song about it.
Nice. So what's one of the weirdest things that's happened to you playing live?
Well, we had these drunk college kids come walk in on us. No, that was actually a lot of fun. I kind of wish
one
they
of them tried
kind
to
of
start dancing, kind of threw me off a
Yeah,
little bit.
Justin said they were in suits and
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
They were
impressive.
dressed
Zoo
up
suit,
nice.
actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were supposed to be there or not, so I was like, all right, we'll go with it.
No,
And
they were not supposed to be in here.
You should have beat them up and took their suits.
I'm way
I could
too
not
lazy for
fit.
that.
Yeah, we could not
Probably
fit in
wouldn't have
those
fit, though. I
suits.
thought about just kicking them and grabbing it, but
So other than that, what's the weirdest thing that's happened to you playing a show or going to a show? Like in transit.
Oh God.
There was a time where there was a lot of naked people and like fireworks going off at shows in Syracuse. That was kind of and knives.
Bill and I played with a Rad Scum, with our band Rad Scum, and it was like a private place, and there was literally fireworks going off. And we had this kid fill in for us. His name was Paul, and I barely knew him because our singer wasn't there. And somebody threw an M80 under his butt right as he got down into a crouch position to do his like roar thing. And for a split second, I couldn't remember his name. And I kept kicking him because I couldn't remember his name. I finally said, "Paul, move your butt now!" And this massive M80 went off.
Did it hurt him?
No, he kicked it under my amp at the last minute.
Oh, did it destroy your amp?
It survived.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it did. And generally, Bill and I playing till we want to puke, and
Yeah.
Craig gets really grossed out when we throw up.
Yeah,
All right.
It's never a good look.
No.
It means we're giving it our all.
What's been your best show so far? What's the thing you've been happiest with?
Well, overall, the Worm Rot show was great. Just
I
there's
figured
so
that.
many
Sorry,
people
Del
there. It was a real good vibe, and
That had a great
the Spark in Syracuse has great sound. So
Okay.
it's like kind of a small
the-
space, but it just it's great for sound.
First couple shows we played with Dialysis, and Hex was still in town. Those shows
yeah.
were great.
Yeah, you guys had
a really-
Dialysis
Yep.
on here, right?
Yes,
They had a
we
really
did.
great feeling, and we were just starting to play live, so that gave me some confidence, and seeing people we'd known for like 20 years being out there. So
Nice,
Absolutely.
nice. So the demo, where'd you record that?
We recorded with a friend of ours, Steve Port, out in Manlius at his house.
known Steve since high school.
Yeah, all known him in some way, shape, or form, and he's just a really talented guy, and he helped us out and did us a favor.
Nice.
He did it on the cheap, and
We were in a band together in college. He's recorded a bunch of my bands.
He's been around for a minute.
Are any of you in any other bands?
No time. Wish I was.
Bill's in a couple.
I'm in like 7 bands that just kind of
Yeah.
practice like once every month, so they don't do anything,
Ah,
So just pretty much Kalki at this point.
Definitely props to Rabbit Peak. Kept trying to get into that band. Didn't have time. Kept stringing Jim along. Sorry, Jim.
yeah. They
props
recommended
to
you,
them.
didn't they?
Yeah, they said hello.
okay.
Yeah, they were very happy.
Good. So I appreciate you guys coming out at such short notice.
We love to be out here, and the fact that this was once part of the Sound and the Fury legacy is just so cool.
Yeah, it was never the
wasn't the
Sound of the
Sound of
Fury. It was Rockin' the Night Away.
Right.
He changed the name when he left the station, but yeah, it was part of Gerbil's legacy.
Right, and that's so cool because like I was saying, that's how I discovered metal music, and that's always been something that I've held. Radio is important to kind of get it out there,
yeah.
because especially if you're like living out in Groton, or derider or whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not much out there, and if you're a little bit different or something, it's nice to have something to kind of connect to. That isn't mainstream.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was lucky. My parents had some MTV, and I would piss them off and stay up till way too late at night.
Headbangers Ball.
I remember sitting there waiting for the Carcass single to come out off of Heartwork. Like, come on, I'm falling asleep. I gotta see it.
And it was always like the last song.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're gonna play this once, and it's gonna be the last song.
Yeah, there's nothing that like going to milk cows at like 2 a.m. and like listening to Slayer. That's just
That's awesome.
the coolest thing in the world.
Absolutely.
I think that's one we can all relate to.
I had Seasons in the Abyss transcribed by Kerry King's guitar teacher. That was the book that I learned how to play guitar off of. When I was 14 in my bedroom.
All right. Well, you don't have a Facebook.
No, I'm very anti-Facebook.
We're all kind of. Well, I'm anti-social media as well. This rubs me the wrong way.
My whole youth was, security culture. Don't put out anything that you don't want other people to see, and also just keep it limited. My twin sister lived in a nice little anarchist house, and they were raided and had stuff stolen. My phone was tapped, and I didn't have anything to do with it. So
wow.
It's just experiences like that. That's how I grew up. This phone is tapped. Just assume everything's tapped. And then Facebook comes along and they want every possible minute of your life. And I won't do it.
You don't have to give them anything. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, but you say something around the phone, all of a sudden you're getting ads for it within a couple hours.
That totally happens. We were having a Skype conversation, and one of the people mentioned I forget what soda it was. Some really obscure soda.
Faygo.
I don't think it was Faygo, but it was something
Moxie,
something obscure, and then literally he had an ad for it like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, that's I'm sure just a coincidence.
Right.
It's not like he said Pepsi and there was a Pepsi ad where you can say, oh well, it's a Pepsi ad.
See,
Pepsi's
that scares
huge.
me. That freaks me out.
And they'll always
Paranoia.
say, just for advertising purposes. It's like, right, until you use it for something else.
Yeah, whatever you want.
But the thing is, you're always around that stuff. You're around other people's phones and, and everything else. So it's impossible to escape nowadays.
It's like that Will Smith movie.
I mean, have fun listening to our phones, just like talking about farts and poop and stuff because we're all 5 years old.
I would not want to get into Bill's phone.
Yeah.
A lot of naked pictures of Bill.
I loved it when I was younger and I could move and just forget to hook up the phone for a couple weeks. The phone guy didn't come by yet. Like, this is awesome. Nobody can contact me for 2 months.
Smartphones.
For those of you that can't see, Gabe is like 74.
Yeah. we're all just left to retire home to play for you today.
That is great. Your job would be like, look, we've been trying to get a hold of you. Oh, sorry, I moved.
So if people want to get a hold of the band, how do they do that?
Well, the Bandcamp has an email that you can contact us on.
Come to one of our shows. I don't know.
Right. How do they know when you're playing?
Just find it.
I think they should probably go to Bill Kreit's Facebook page.
A lot of the shows we play, the promoters will have like the Facebook page for the show. We could be better at promoting ourselves, but we are the worst at promoting ourselves. We literally just have gotten merch together in the last 15 days.
We just got a shirt printed.
We've been together for almost 3 years now.
Pretty much, it was like one of those. Like, we should do this. We should do this.
Like other bands we were playing with is like, you guys don't have merch. They're like, what are you doing?
We're like, I don't know. We just showed up.
We just play.
Yeah, we barely write songs.
We came to be loud, and that's it.
Well, you're good at that. You got that one down.
Appreciate it.
We just want to get into shows for free, pretty much. So we were like,
also, we get to play with Wormrot and a band like Violent Opposition.
Yeah,
that's just
I think you guys might have sonically scarred Justin there. Yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
good.
He was a little dazed when he came back.
Oh no, man!
Even with earplugs.
Man, I
was ringing for a second.
Earplugs. What are those?
At least he didn't have an MA go off under his butt.
This time.
That's true.
All right.
Sounds painful.
So your Bandcamp again is what?
Kalki315.bandcamp.com.
And spell the band name?
Kalki, like the Gore Vidal book.
All right. Thank you so much for coming up.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
And you are welcome to come back.
Oh, we'd love to.
Yeah,
we'll write some new material, maybe do a cover for y'all.
Cool. Will we be able to tell?
Metal Church.
Absolutely
We'll
not.
let you know first.
All right,
No
good.
way.
Maybe. It's Manowar.
It's best when you can't tell. Oh yeah, do a Manowar cover. That
Hell
would
yeah,
be awesome.
Auburn, New York,
Oh,
represent.
you're representing the Auburn, aren't you? Yeah. Not happening. Thank you. Good night.
I love Auburn. Cayuga County Community College.
Auburn's gonna be real mad at us over that one. Thanks, Dan.
So this is something new this week. This is a band called Crawl with the Stench.
Nice.
Thank you, Kalki.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.